Hi, I'm Amy from EuroluxHome.com, and today I want to show you how you can easily fix little scratches or blemishes on an antique piece of furniture with a product called Blend-All sticks, and they're also called furniture crayons. This is a product that works really well because what you want to do with most antique and vintage pieces, and even new pieces that come from a manufacturer, sometimes there's a little bit of damage in shipping. And so this product can hide those little blemishes that happen in shipping or just from the lifetime of a piece of furniture. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So you have your Blend-All sticks, and we also like to use the Mohawk tone finish. And so this will set what you do with the crayons. Okay, so the first thing is that I have two little areas on this piece of furniture. The first is sort of a little bit of a gouge and a scrape to the finish, and the other is sort of a wear spot. So the first thing I'm going to do is get some of my crayons out, and the secret is to actually use different colors. Rather than trying to exactly match, you actually want to use a lot of colors. So what I'm taking is a dark brown, a red, and even darker brown, and a black. And black is probably the most important one. So what I'm going to do, I'll start with the little one here, is I'm just going to go with the grain of the wood, and I'm just going to color a little bit, add a little bit more color, add a little bit more color, and then I'm going to put a little bit black on top. And then first I usually like to put it in with my finger, just kind of rub it in, and then I'll use the brush, and sometimes that doesn't set it. Next, I'm going to move from this one. I'm going to do this one next. So here I'm going to take some of the color and add a little bit more, and I'll even add a little bit black, and then just kind of cover that with my fingers. See, that took a little better on this one, but I think I still need to just add a little bit more color, rub it with my fingers. And it's all about just being patient and keep applying color until you feel like you've really sort of camouflaged it in. Maybe I'm going to add a little bit black. Black is actually your most, like I said, your most important one, and I'm going to draw some of the grain lines in there. And I'm just using a real gentle touch, just kind of feathering it with my hand. Now I'm putting a little bit more pressure on to rub those lines in. I think I'm going to add a little bit more red on top of the black. Sometimes you have to do layers of colors. Now it's starting to get pretty good. And I just keep adding layers until I feel like I've sort of camouflaged it. And really, it does look better when you're doing it in person than maybe the camera is showing. You see, I'm really, taking my time, and I'm using a lot of colors until I feel like it's going to just blend in with what's there. At the end of the day, it was sort of the black, I think, that helped me achieve the blend. So right now I'm sort of happy with that. I think that when I stand back and I look at the whole piece, it doesn't necessarily jump out because an antique piece and also new pieces have layers of colors. So now I'm going to take my tone finish, and then again, this was Mohawk tone finish. We like to use a satin rather than a shiny, but it's up to you. But we find that the satin blends in better, especially with satin finishes. So first I take the can and I really shake it to really mix up the products. And then I'm just going to do a test spray, make sure that my nozzle is working. shake again, and then I'm going to do a real light mist. So you saw I just sort of did it real lightly. I think I'm going to let it set for just a minute, and then a real light again. And then now, when this dries, it really will have blended in. While I'm setting that, I'll go ahead, because this one, when I rubbed with the toothbrush, and sometimes if you're doing something like on a carving, you may need to use a toothbrush to really get down in. When I used the toothbrush on this, it just took the finish right back off. So I'm going to then color again, add more red. I'm going to add some black in there. And then now I'm just feathering out. Now you see that just really disappeared. And I'm just blending it with my finger. So you see that there was a mark there, but then now I'm adding a little bit more black, feathering it out. I'm going to add a little bit more red on top. Don't be afraid to mix the colors in, because that's what gives you the depth and helps it just camouflage away. So I'm pretty happy with that one. You see, that one went a lot faster than the first one. I feel like I've just used my fingers and just kind of feathered it. And then now again, I'm going to take my can of Tone Finish, and first I shake, test the product, test the nozzle, and then just lightly spray, and I'm done. And now you see it actually disappeared, and you can't really see anymore that there was a problem there at all. And so this one, I can see it a little bit, so I'm rubbing it back out with my fingers. Sometimes you have to do 2 passes. Sometimes just, especially when it's a bigger blemish like this one was. And actually just sort of buffing it like that, I think that is pretty good, but I'll go ahead and just doctor it a little tiny bit. And now I'm going with the grain, always going with the grain. And again, using my fingers to feather it in real nice and light. And again, I think the black is what is really helping me. Yeah, the black is really helping me to blend it right in. And of course, again, when you're on video, it may really kind of stand out to you, but when you're doing this in person, it really looks a lot better, because this has really just about disappeared when I stand back. So I'm going to touch it up with my Tone Finish just one last time. There we go. And now when you stand back from this piece, it really, that blemish doesn't jump out at you anymore. So if you have a little bit of transit damage, just little chips, little dings, or this will even work on water spots or just blemishes, scratches. You'll always see the deep scratch there, but it will help camouflage. That's the whole point of using these furniture crayons, is to help blend and camouflage things out, because as we all know, we all get wrinkles as we age, and furniture may even start out pristine, but of course, new furniture, they're making it look like antique furniture now by putting little pinholes and distress marks. And so really, this is just part of the natural life of furniture. We all get wrinkles as we age, and so you can just do a little touch up and then hide that blemish. So please let me know if you have any questions. You can reach me at euroluxhome.com. Thanks very much. Have a great day.